It's now time for 15 minutes of questions, which we're going to take in threes, bearing in mind we might like to start with one. So if the four people, Colin, Mark, Darren and Lizzie would reconvene on the platform, standing with the Lord James, then please think of your questions. Yes. And there was light. So who would like to start?
Thank you. Question for Mark. I think the project and you've worked on the Royal Swiss is absolutely amazing. I'm really interested in the amount of work needed to make something like that get off the ground. So have you got local residents who are dedicated exclusively to working on this, or is it all voluntary?
So we've got around about 140 members, so that's our mission on Western who are all residents. From that, we've only got a smaller number of active residents, if that makes sense. But I think how we do it in our area is quite clever. We put a lot of emphasis every 3 years we go out and consult all the residents. We know that they have a lot of times to come to different group meetings on rainy, wintry nights. So we get their views up front, and then we work with those residents who have got more time and more energy to come together as subgroups to deliver whatever it is the residents want to deliver, and obviously and try and get the resources and the information and skills they need to deliver that work, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of energy, a lot of time by fairly small amount of people. We're quite good at begging, borrowing, stealing support from elsewhere. And again, with the local trusts and finances we receive from other funds, like Bristol Energy Cooperative and the kind of contribution they give us, that enables us to kind of buy some skills, some knowledge and expertise, if that makes sense. So yeah, a lot of our work, like a relatively small amount that number of residents.
But was it? Now we really will take the threes, David.
Quick provocation during the Extinction Rebellion to the workers and the already overtaxed people. Avon Pension Fund has already got 7 billion in it. So Kai was asking, where do you find 5 billion? Just one pension fund based in Bristol has already got 7 billion, of which 1 billion is invested in BlackRock, who I was sitting outside their offices a few weeks ago with the Extinction Rebellion. And BlackRock are the biggest investors in fossil energy and green deforestation of the Amazon. So why don't we bring a few of those billions from a pension fund and find what we need to do? We all know what we need to do. We need the money. 7 billion sitting in the pension fund in Bristol. Provocation.
Thank you.
Ron Smart, Director for Lake Bristol Engineering. You talked about a narrative, understandable narrative. At such a crucial time, how do we start connecting the academics and the communities and the other interests in the city to challenge over the next 10 years?
And third question? Those two. So that's about using the 7 billion in the pension fund and connecting the stakeholders and their silos to do the work. Anybody on this side wants to use this microphone?
Well, in response to David's provocation, obviously yes, I think we should do that. And that highlights one of the great things about Extinction Rebellion. We've got full of all of these great ideas about things that we can do. So yeah, let's talk about this divestment and using those funds to fund Bristol's transition. On the subject of narrative, it's such an important question. I mean, one thing I'd like to say to Marcus, I don't wear sandals, but you know, in other respects, you did kind of characterise me pretty accurately. But it's so important that we do this together, and that is why when Extinction Rebellion talks about citizens' assemblies, you know, we really need to get that message across. Our goal is not to be this small group of middle-class protesters who impose our will on society, but rather to radically change the way we do democracy in this country. So, you know, the idea of citizens' assembly is that you randomly select people so that you have a mini public, and it represents all sections of society. And that's important not just for energy transition, but more generally. You know, we live in a society in which the richest 1% own half of England. And perhaps we shouldn't be too surprised then that 75% of cabinet ministers are millionaires. So, you know, they don't necessarily have a big interest in changing that inequality. If we had citizens' assemblies, then the richest 1% would be England, but they would make up only 1%. So that's part of what we need to do. We need to emphasise that this isn't a top-down thing, it's about bringing everyone together and doing that through radical inclusivity and deliberative democracy.
Yeah, just talking about the kind of cross-organisational collaboration, I think that we all would like there to be one solution and one answer to the really complex question, but cities are really more complex than that. And I think that there are many examples of where there are different organisations already coming together in different spaces. One of them is the Environmental Sustainability Board, which has representation, or the Advisory Committee, which will be working closely with the boards. And another example is the Partnership, which is established in 2007 and has members from every different sector in the city coming together to work out how they can share it. It's messy, it's difficult, it's hard to find out and move projects forward sometimes, but it's important for us to be attuned to looking, if we think that's part of the solution, attuned and looking for where that's happening already.
With respect to the narrative, again, I'll just repeat what I said earlier on, really, and that is trying to focus on what our residents' priorities and how they connect with climate change, basically. And generally, for us anyway, it comes down to money. If we can save some money by, having more advanced technologies in our heating, in our homes, then I think our residents will buy into that, no problem at all. It's about trying to change the language that you're using or the narrative that you're using so we can relate to it and see the benefit of it, and not just being burdened with another problem that we feel maybe not exclusively are making. There's a lot of terms going around now, like left behind communities. We feel that sometimes most people are quite happy to leave us behind, but then sometimes when you've got a problem, you want us to join in with you. So, and if the truth be known, you don't really feel like it because you've never felt included for a long, long time. So as long as you understand that and keep that in the back of your thought when you're trying to have these conversations, I think that will help. Say another one.
Can I ask just about that? How important was the community planning process in terms of your engagement?
Community planning for us, with all that we're doing, not just climate change, vastly important. The plan, I think we've got a really good plan which is easily read and understandable for our residents, where they can really understand it. It's not in complicated language or anything like that, but it shows them what we're trying to do. They can understand that, but more importantly, I think it gives the confidence to stakeholders and other decision makers to understand that we, for one, know some of the solutions to our own problems. We know how to get there. We know what resources we need, and we know what support. So it gives it that confidence to all, really. So yeah, planning is. We've got plans coming out of our ears. We've got a community plan, neighbourhood development plan, community economic development plan, big local plan. We've got plans for plans for plans.
Brilliant. Gentleman in blue shirt.
My question's for Mark. I've always been very sceptical around these citizens' assemblies. I mean, isn't there a go at all? Isn't there just a complete non-starter?
I don't know about citizen assemblies. I don't even know what that means.
Well, exactly. But the idea beautifully articulated by Prof. Laird, you'll get these very different people from very different cultures, and they will, when they get together, they'll be able to thrash out an agreement which will suit everyone. A bit sceptical myself, and more from the feedback that I just heard from you, they're going to struggle a bit, so I thought it'd be better if you just say, yeah, no, or just comment at all.
I think, yeah, they will work, because I think the success that we've had, the relative success we've had, we've relied on a lot of different demographics and different academics and different experts. We wouldn't have been able to do that on our own. So community-led housing, we knew nothing about community-led housing. Planning, we knew nothing about planning, but we had to get those experts and those other people to come in, but to sit with us, not to lecture us, to find out what it was we wanted, translate that into the language that they need to use, or the text, or the expert, the knowledge, or whatever it was. But yeah, I don't think we can do it on our own, and I don't think you can do it on your own either, if that makes sense. And I think it is a case of the two meeting together, top down and bottom up approach to come in the middle.
Yeah, that's very helpful. Thank you very much.
I just want to comment very briefly on that. I mean, I think your scepticism is well taken, and the answer is maybe they won't work. And it's not guaranteed that will work, but we can look at some evidence. So in Ireland, they've worked very well. They work particularly well on issues that politicians have difficulty with. So that's the reason why we're looking at abortion in Ireland now and why we're the same-sex marriage. People know about those examples, I think, but they might not be aware that the citizens in Ireland also considered how Ireland could become a leader in responding to climate change. And they came up with lots of great recommendations, which haven't yet been implemented. But also, one of the things they talked about was the idea of a carbon tax. 80% of the citizens in that assembly said that they were in favour of the carbon tax, provided that it was implemented fairly. Now, I'm not sure whether that's the right mechanism to use, but it's indicative of the fact that when you bring people together, you talk about the options, then they will take on something which would ordinarily be considered a burden in the interest of the greater good.
Last two questions. Hi, a question for Lizzie. I just wanted to know what level of representation there is from the community energy sector within your various boards and partnerships.
Bristol Energy is a member. There's only 15 members on the Environmental Sustainability Board at the moment, and Bristol Energy is a member who obviously, as a company, have a focus on the community energy sector. And on the advisory committee, Dave Tucci is a member of that committee and obviously brings quite a lot of perspective. And the boards are also open to being contacted via environment@bristol1city.com. So we're aiming, they've recently been established, aiming for more and more stakeholder consultation and engagement as they move forward and kind of get going properly.
Thank you, but could I just say that Bristol Energy, great organisation that they are, and yes, they do work with communities, they're not the community energy group themselves. And clearly, it would be great to see, given the focus of today, a stronger partnership with the community energy sector, perhaps.
Thanks for that feedback. We'll take it for consideration.
Last question.
Thank you. The Bristol Pound has been going for 10 or so years. Given that the economic system that we sit within is responsible for a significant amount of our environmental impact, as long as extended global supply chains and the money we spend elsewhere being spent in ways we may not want it to, should we be considering creating more of a local currency effect, a local jobs effect, and detaching ourselves from these global supply chains?
I suppose it's a very interesting idea to go down that route. Unfortunately, and I think it's going back to something that you see and probably would follow through, it's not about necessarily abandoning economic activity, but it's about taking what we have and trying to make it more environmentally sustainable. I suppose, having Airbus sitting in Bristol, should make us think quite carefully about this particular point. But at the same time, abandoning that particular industry does not seem to be necessarily to be in the interest of parts of the community that, you know, are dependent on it. And then this is the kind of problem by trying to tilt an economy like Bristol. You need to consider the impact on the various communities. It can't just be environmental sustainability and, you know, no matter what effect on the people. It needs to be carefully balanced. It needs to be thought through quite carefully. Otherwise, you have revolts, you have people disenfranchised from, you know, from society and the economy. So you need to kind of think about how you can do these things by not impacting too much on workers and middle class, whoever. And I think it's something where everyone has to come together to some degree, and certain things probably will fall apart. Certain industries won't exist, you know, if we do it right. But those people should then be in a job elsewhere. They shouldn't be left behind in that sense. So we should, you know, we should have to think carefully about what we do with the people where we destroy the industry in the name of the planet.
Thank you. Unless there are more responses from the panel, I think we have to wrap up the questions there because the important bit is coming up, which is tea, coffee,